Hey everybody, I'm the Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS, and you are watching Open. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We can't thank you enough. Coming up on today's show, we'll sit down with the Senior Plan and Control Manager of a community renovation company. We'll shed some light on the renovation project that is near and dear to his heart. And then we'll check in with a gospel singer, actress, director, advisory board member for the African American Day Parade, who will speak about next year's parade and highlight some of her latest work. She does her thing. Plus, we'll speak to a puppeteer and children's book author who will take us behind the curtain on her latest performance and how it was inspired, to get into the book and all that stuff. The book's name is The Dandelion's Wish. We'll let you know more about that. Then we'll speak to a former state judge about the Gaza conflict and highlight his latest book, Parables, Politics, and Prophetic Faith. Finally, we'll speak to an indie artist. Watch out, they're gonna come on and sing some stuff. We're gonna show some talent. She's a singer, songwriter, learn about her journey into the music industry and highlight her latest projects and so much more. So, all you have to do is kick off your shoes and relax your feet. We've got it going on for you right here on Open, all right? We've got you covered. Hello, I'm your host, the Diggity Diggity Dr. Bob Lee, and you're watching Open. It's that live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. You can stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. Leading things off, our first guest is a Bronx School of Science alumni, and, currently serves as the Senior Plan and Control Manager for Suffolk Renovation. So he joins us today to speak about the latest renovation plans on a New York City hotel. Watch out. You know about it, too. It's near and dear to his heart and so much more. So please welcome to the show, Medwin Chang. Medwin, welcome. How are you?
Good morning, Dr. Bob Lee. Well, first of all, thanks for having me as a guest on the show. So I'm excited to be here today.
Yeah. So you've been working on this. You've been thinking about this project for some time. First of all, tell me how you got into doing what you do.
So I would say New York has always been a big part of my life. Like you mentioned, I went to Bronx High School of Science. Always been sort of a New Yorker for most part of my life. And I just want to kind of throw a quick shout out to Bronx Science. It's definitely one of the best times of my life. There's so many wonderful memories. But a little bit about myself. I have a background in mechanical engineering, and I entered the construction industry on a whim with a friend's referral at the time. But the incredible thing is, like, after all these years, I never looked back or regretted that decision. And I actually discovered that I was able to really excel in my specific role in the construction industry, and I had the honor of working some amazing projects in New York. So I'm just glad I can come on today and share some of that with you today.
Yeah. So how did you get into the career of construction? Did you learn all of that from the Bronx High School of Science?
So, I think Bronx Science definitely set me in the right path of the STEM career. It definitely prepped me on the science and math parts of what I need on a day-to-day. And actually, I don't think I really ever really consider construction. I think a lot of people don't really think about it either.
Yeah.
But when you actually take a second to look around you, construction is really everywhere in every part of our community.
I know.
So I'm just actually really glad that I'm able to provide back to the community that I grew up in.
Well, I have a lot of friends in the construction business. I'm going to send them all over to you. There's like a whole football team full of people. No, I get it. But we love the great work that you're doing in our community. Can you tell us about the Suffolk Construction company and its role in our community?
Absolutely. So Suffolk is a national company that builds, innovates, and invests. And I would say the Suffolk Construction presence in New York has grown steadily over the past few years. And now we have currently 20 active projects within the city.
Yeah.
And so, like, what excites me the most is the kind of projects we take on as a contractor, right? And we're also a big proponent on embracing new technology when it comes to construction.
Wow.
And one project that comes to mind is the new KIPP Middle School we actually just
Oh,
completed not too long.
yeah. Yeah.
So that's like an exciting project I want to just kind of highlight. I actually personally know one of the Suffolk employee that also worked on it, and he's actually on my team now.
Yeah.
So
That's the school right off of the concourse, right? In the Bronx?
I believe so. Yes,
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
middle school that was completed just this past fall.
Yeah, I used to visit them and put them on the radio early in the morning.
Yeah, yeah.
That's wonderful.
So,
And then you're
so that's
working on another project, the Waldorf Astoria project. Why is that so important to you to lead this construction project at the Waldorf?
So for me, I think the Waldorf Astoria Hotel actually holds a special place in my heart. I'm not sure if the audience knows, but the Bronx Times had a long-standing tradition of hosting the senior prom at Waldorf Astoria Hotel.
Yeah.
And oh geez, that's the picture of me back then for sure. The funny part is, like, I would say back in 2008 when I attended prom, I didn't even think much about the hotel itself or the historical significance. But then 14 years later, here I am approached by Suffolk to take the lead on the project. And as I looked at some of the buildings, I'm like, this is invoking some really vague memories and
Yeah.
also
Wow.
strange. So I started piecing two and two together. I'm like, wait a second, I went to prom there.
Yeah.
And now, like, to be able to work on the same ballroom that I danced on all those years ago, it's a little bit surreal for me.
Yeah. Are you still in touch with the girl that you went to the prom with?
Unfortunately not.
Good answer. Wait, but it has to be something special, dear, and near and dear to your heart. To be able to dance on that floor now. They're asking you to lead the construction on it. That's a
Absolutely.
great feeling, isn't it?
I take walks out to the job site and I stand in the same ballroom. I look up and then this is just like I kind of just close my eyes for a second. And I think back to all those years ago, and it's just I'm just so glad I have the opportunity to really restore this ballroom back to
Yeah.
the original state, and so that way other people in the future can also have the same experience that I have in the past.
Yeah. You know what? You weren't prompted to call some of your friends and say, "Hey, remember the prom that we went to? I'm on this project."
Funny enough, I did talk to some of my closest friends
Yeah.
from high school at the time. I'm like, you guys won't believe the project I'm on.
Yeah.
But I'm on the hotel now that we had prom at. So like, that was definitely a cool, fun little discussion I had.
Medwin, I know I would have. Hey, guess what? Remember that prom? We had some fun that night. Man. Guess what? I'm going to renovate that whole place, and we got to get together and come back and do it again. A reunion.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just kicking something up here.
Definitely a lot of fun memories.
But what are the basic processes that goes into a preparation and start to end construction project like this?
So, Dr. Bob, that's a great question because I would say there's just so many moving parts for a project as big as the Waldorf Astoria. Just to kind of go over some of the highlights. We have to estimate the budget, come up with a schedule, pre-construction planning, think about safety, bring all the necessary subcontractors on board, and then oversee all the actual field work side by side with architect and engineers throughout the whole entire project, and then pass inspection. Like, there's so many moving parts.
Yeah.
For the things that I'm directly involved in, at least, we use technology such as 3D scanning of the building, and then be able to overlay that with a 3D model of the building. And so with all that information, we can then plan accordingly, identify potential issues all before they happen in the field. So there's like a lot of things that go on into just a project like this.
Yeah, I could imagine. So everything is in a room first and then on a computer, and then you work everything out from there.
Yeah, a lot of it is definitely kind of take on the technology and the virtual part of this, all to kind of plan ahead before we get into construction.
I got about 30 seconds left, but would you like to shout out some of your crew members who are working with you?
So there's just everyone. I would say basically everyone. There's just such a big team we have here helping out at the Waldorf. All the trade partner, our clients. We couldn't be happier to be involved on the project. But if I had to say one person, I would say definitely my general superintendent, Carmine Favia. He is just such an amazing individual. He's definitely bringing the whole entire field team together.
Beautiful. Hey, listen, you know, thank you for all the work that you're doing in our community and everything that you're putting together. We're going to check it out when it's all said and done, all right?
Sounds good.
You got it. Medwin Chang, Senior Plan and Control Manager, Suffolk Construction. We appreciate you and thank you, thank you, thank you.
Absolutely, Dr. Bobby. I'm happy to be here as well.
Got it. Come back again. All right, we're going to take a quick break. I've got more. We're going to be strong coming back next on Open.
Happy anniversary to BronxNet, 30 years. Wow, brings back so many memories. This exact studio that I'm in right now, I broadcast out of here. This must have been around 2003. I mean, time flies by so quickly. I started out here, it was either Mr. Gary Axelbank and Mr. Batch with Lady Morsar. We used to do a show here called In the Neighborhood. And I brought so many different guests on this show. To be able to bring your voice to the community is very powerful. To bring hip hop and spirituality, I brought my pastor in this same studio, Pastor Gino Jennings, and I'm sure you guys know who Pastor Gino Jennings is. That's rough. And some disciplined teaching. BronxNet is something that we need to uplift our communities, because this is a platform that we can come, and if you have a vision that's in your mind going into your heart, you can use it to do uplifting things for your community.
Hello, my name is Tyrone Lowe. I host a show at BronxNet called The Legends, where I bring real legends, DJs, upcoming artists, actually people from the past that's into entertainment. I want to thank BronxNet. First of all, I want to thank for the 30 years of them actually being active here. It has opened a lot of doors for me to the point where I'm branching off to have my own network. Fulfill your dreams here. That's all I have to say.
And welcome back. You know, our next guest is a Harlem native. You're a Harlem native, right?
Yep. Yep. Born and
A
raised.
New York native gospel singer, actress, advisory board member of the African American Day Parade, and a director and producer, too. And she's here with us today to reflect on this year's annual African American Day Parade. So, and we look forward to that, too. Next year's parade, it's going to be nice. We're going to highlight that. It's a wonderful project, and she's been working on it, too. So please welcome to the show, Miss Veronica Hickman. Veronica, welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me back.
Right off the bat, sing us a song. I'm only kidding. You don't have to do it. The last time you were here, you just sang your butt off.
Yeah. I had to get ready. I got one in mind just in case if you play
okay.
at the end. Yes,
all right,
I'm
we'll
ready.
do it now.
Okay. I woke up this morning feeling kind of down. I called on my best friend. Woo! She could not be found.
Hey!
But I called on Jesus.
Hey!
My life he can hold. I'd rather have Jesus than silver and gold.
Woo! And that's a part of it, too. A man and a woman is worthy of their wages.
That's it. That's it. Okay.
So we know that you're a singer. Give us a little background on you, because you've been Broadway and all that stuff. Let us know.
Okay, so I do acting. I perform. I sing. I'm one of these jack of all trades in the theater. You know, because I
love master of a few.
Yes. So I love to perform, but you know, because sometimes there may not always be roles for my particular type, I've learned to write my own stuff. So that's when I had told you about when I did the play a Harlem-style Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
And made it very Harlem, put the Harlem characters in there.
I know
And
that's
then
right.
like the play that I'm working on now for the future is called The Ushers.
Oh,
where,
all right.
you know, and I'm talking about the old school ushers.
Yeah.
Like, baby, give me that gum. Stop talking, darling. All right. We ain't got no more seats. All right. Come in the back. All right. So I'm working on that right now.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
really excited about it because it's going to be a lot of different kind of characters, you know, and I'm thinking maybe doing it like a reality show type of thing where
Yeah.
somebody comes in to interview the ushers and they let out some of the church secrets.
Yeah.
So we're going to see.
Where's it gonna be held? At the Apollo or something?
Oh, I would
Okay.
love it, but in the future, but for right now, I want to start off with a small theater and pack it out.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
maybe we can have you come and like host the first day or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah. Just come and say hi. I'm Bob Lee. I'm here to support Veronica.
Yeah. There you go. Waving a hand. Here we go. So you talking about roles that you play. What role do you play with the African American Day Parade?
Okay, so currently I am an advisory board member. So what I do is I take care of the pre-parade show. I get talent so that before we have the actual parade, just like they do at Macy's where they have the entertainment in the front
Right.
of the store, we have our own entertainment. So I scout out different talent, and sometimes people bring talent to me, and I really do my best to include people who are new, you know, give everybody a chance,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
just those who are well known. And I make sure that I put the show together so this way it could be entertaining for everyone.
And there's a lot of talent in our community, I
Yes.
tell you. And they,
Yes.
sometimes they're just afraid to grab that mic. The mic is like one of the most frightening things.
Yeah.
But if they just bypass that, step to your fright
That's it.
and do your thing.
That's
There's
it.
a lot of talent. And plus, you should start it out.
Yeah, you know what? I
You
was
should
thinking
kick it
about
off.
that, right?
Why
Like,
can't you kick it off?
Uh-oh, I think I hear an idea coming.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
that's an idea.
That's funny. Could you imagine me okay, I need so-and-so in place. Oh, hold on. Give me the mic. How you doing today? And, okay, come over here. You go back here.
Yeah, you
Listen,
next.
I love it. I love it. I would love to do that.
There
Uh-oh.
you go. Let's do it. Let's make
Okay,
it happen.
let's make it happen.
You know,
Okay.
You're in charge.
You know, I keep forgetting that, but thank you.
How long have you been singing? And what inspired you to start the career in music and acting?
Wow. Let's see. Believe it or not, I went to go see The Wiz when Stephanie Mills was in it.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, so I saw the original one. And you know, they're coming
Uh-huh.
back. They're coming back now
Yeah, yeah.
next year. But I saw the original one, and just the whole thing that it was from The Wizard of Oz, but it was kind of like the black version. It really inspired me a lot. So what happened was I would listen to the music all the time, but then it encouraged me to want to sing myself. So then I ended up going to a theater school called the Moss Repertory Theater, and it was run by, remember Family Matters?
Yeah.
The lady named, she played the grandmother, Mama Winslow. She was Rosetta Lenore.
Right.
She was my theater director.
All right now.
So I got trained under her. We did plays. We did all types of things. And that spurred me on because she made sure that we did all types of plays as little kids. So from there, I got the bug. And then that was it. And then I started singing in choirs and doing different singing impersonations. Oh, I'll tell you about that another time.
Yeah.
I do singing impersonations and everything.
Wait.
Uh-oh.
So wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
You can impersonate who?
Let's see. I do Lena Horne. I do Anita Baker. Let's see. Sometimes Mary J. Blige, but not too much. I got to work on her. Yeah.
Let me hear your Lena Horne. Just
Okay.
a touch. Just a touch. Just
It's
a
a
little
touch.
bit of flavor.
Okay. Don't know why there's no sun up in the sky. Stormy weather.
Right.
Okay, that's it. Before I mess up.
Put that record back on.
Before I mess up.
No, you're not gonna mess up. But you know, if you keep mentioning that you're gonna mess up, you will.
That's true.
It happens like that.
Oh my God.
Whatever you want, you
That's
get.
true. That is very, very true.
I always say, you know, well, I'll say it till the end of the show.
Yeah. Oh, I'm nervous. Go ahead. I never know what he gonna pull out.
Now, wait a minute. So, what do you think about last year's African American Day Parade, which was in this year?
Yeah.
Wait, no. Okay, we can say last year.
Okay, so last year was
The past one.
right. The past
The
one we
parade.
did. We had a good time. You know, it was people showed up, and they showed out. And I'm gonna tell you my favorite part was the part when Melly Mel showed up.
Oh,
He
yeah,
just
yeah,
showed
yeah.
up, and
Melly's
you
something
somehow got him on the stage, and he started rapping, and I was like, oh my God,
Yeah,
I cannot
yeah.
believe this moment is happening. But I think that was really big for me. And then on top of that, to see so many people who came from out of town to represent, and how the community, we supported them.
Yeah.
You know, we were there, and we encouraged them, and we thanked them for coming out
Yeah.
for the parade.
But you know, people come out from all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, if you've never been there before, we have the parade coming all the way up.
That's
and
right.
then at the bandstand where
my
we are,
gosh.
we have a huge stage with a nice, powerful sound system.
Yes.
And the entertainment just flows in between the parade. It's
Yes.
great. And then we shout it out. We talk about all the people who are coming through.
Oh my God, it's wonderful. So
Yeah.
I
like
can't
when
wait.
the bands come through.
Oh, I
a
love
lot
it.
Of a lot of bands from Maryland.
Oh yeah,
You know?
and they come out. They don't care. They come out and they show out, and I love it. I love it because it's like you just want to get in there with them. You know.
Yeah, I always try to get the trade-off going. You bring some crab cakes here, Maryland crab
That's
cakes,
right.
and we get some Harlem soul food uptown. Yeah.
Get some Melbas, right?
Yeah,
Melbas and Sylvia's.
exactly.
That's right.
We'll be waiting for you at the front door.
That's right.
I mean, door.
Bring your own napkins. Okay. Let me get straight. Okay, go ahead.
Do your
Bob.
thing. Whoop, boop,
Okay.
boop, boop, boop.
Okay, go ahead.
So what's next for you?
Oh boy, let's see.
I like talking to you.
Okay, thank you, because you and I always feed
yeah.
off each other. So the next thing, I just recently went to Riverbank State Park, and what they do is I usually do the gospel concerts there. You know, a spring concert and a summer concert, right? I invite different gospel groups to come, or praise dancers or poetry, and we do like a big free show for the community.
Yeah.
But recently I had a meeting with them, and they're trying to expand the use of their new facility. They have auditorium, and it's really, really renovated, very nice. I believe this man, a black man named Robert Smith, a millionaire, billionaire, he donated money to that place, and they renovated the auditorium.
Here, fix this up.
Okay, right? Yeah, do something with it. So they asked me to help them.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Universal
Oh,
Circus.
that's Universal.
Yeah.
Universal Soul Circus. Okay, so I'll tell you about that real quick.
in a little while.
Okay, good.
So
Okay,
they finished renovating.
so they're finished renovating, and what they want to do is they want to get people, they want to allow people to use the space for free, right? They can do their own shows, they can bring their followings and everything. The only thing is that they can't pay people right now, but if you're starting out in the business or you want to come back into the business and you want a space to perform, they're willing to open it up. So
Open it up.
They're willing
Open
to
mic.
Yes, open mic.
Where's the
comedy
open
show.
mic?
Yes,
Right there.
That's it.
You said it. It
That's
came
it.
out. It came out of you to open it. He wants to open it up.
They want to open it
mic.
up. Yep. So we're trying to, I'm gonna later on give you my information.
See how
So if
we
anybody
bounce?
wants to see, you see how we work. We be getting people jobs and everything, right? No. But anyway.
I tell you, it's a circus.
It's a circus. So we're gonna try to, put it out there so people who may want to come and do their own show or bring their following or bring their friends and then do a show, and maybe eventually sell tickets away from the theater and then bring their friends in so that this way they can work that out.
So can you sing this part? So let the sideshow begin.
Oh my God. So let the sideshow, I'm gonna say slide. So let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry, step right on in. Okay.
Guaranteed.
To make you cry. Guaranteed to make you cry. See, he caught me off guard. I missed the part. My father used to always play those songs.
Yeah.
So-
you must have put a spell on my mind. But I just said that because, you do a lot of work with the Universal Circus.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you something. I was so excited about that. What happened was I was working with the African American Day Parade. The Universal Soul Circus was in town. They wanted to participate in the parade.
Yeah.
So I was dealing with somebody who was like a national touring person.
Right.
And I believe in God. I'm sorry, I'm just going to say it. I believe in God. I believe God works things out. And we just worked for like 5-10 minutes. And then she says to me, I want to work with you. I said, okay, no problem. No problem, whatever. So she actually called me. We got together. So what I did was some freelance work with them. I did some handing out coupons for them. I got people to speak at the circus because they do different events before the circus. And then they had a special thing where they have ministers come in on Sunday morning and they preach to the cast and the crew of anybody that wants to have a small service. So I got my group together.
That's a good idea.
We sung a song. My minister came. He preached. And then we got on the stage and we prayed together with everybody. And then they had the circus at 11:30.
Yeah.
So
Do you know the guy who started the parade, the African American Day, not the
Cedric
African American Day,
Walker.
but the Universal Circus?
Cedric Walker, I believe.
yeah.
Yes.
He used to do plays
Right.
before
That's
he got
right.
into all. He was like Tyler
Yeah,
Perry.
He's like
now.
a Tyler Perry. That's
Yeah.
right.
But I remember when he came up to the radio station, I was there.
Right.
And I wasn't in that particular. Well, I came into the meeting afterwards as a person that they wanted to help. They wanted me to help promote the the circus. Everybody said, "Circus? Are you kidding?" So everybody's like kind of skeptical in the beginning, but he said, "Yeah, this is what I want to do." He started that circus, and the rest is history.
Oh,
Started
my
sometimes
goodness.
sometimes he has 2 or 3 of them going across the country.
Really?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought it was only one.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I did too. When they said, no, we got another one over there. And Zeke the
Yeah.
little, that's my
Zeke is
friend.
still,
That's
Zeke
my
is still
boy.
going, okay? He don't
Yeah.
he don't look like he aged at all. He looks
Yeah,
the
yeah.
same.
He's having, partners with the ringmaster.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So and it's lovely. I mean, it's great. The
Yeah.
music, they got us swinging, doing the sway,
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
Oh, it's great. It's great.
So we want to follow you. There do we go? Give us social media, website,
Yes,
anything like that.
okay.
African American Day Parade or yours.
Okay, so first for the African American Day Parade, they can go to info@africanamericandayparade.org. For my personal Instagram page, it is Veronica _Hickman 4.
Yeah.
So if you follow those two, you can DM me. Now, when you DM me, please DM me for the information. I'm not looking for no dates or nothing like that on the DMs, okay? Just
But
let
all
y'all
that
know
stuff is on there. All the projects that you're working on.
all
and
the,
also-
well, not the recent projects, but they can DM me if they're interested in being involved in any of those
Yeah.
projects, yes.
What's your recent project that you're working on?
The one with the Riverbank Park.
Right.
Because I want people to get in touch with me so they can put on their own shows.
You got it.
Yes.
All right. Open the mic.
Yay!
You got what I need.
But you say he's just a friend. But you say he's just a friend. Oh, baby, you. It's a good thing we don't drink, right? I tell you what, it's a good thing they had to kick us out.
Here you go. Veronica Hickman, advisor, African American Day Parade. We'll take a break and come right back with more Open next.
Okay.
Without BronxNet, I don't know how we'd be able to showcase the important and amazing talents that we have here at the Bronx. We've been able to feature lots of great artists, performers, people who deal with coffee and small entrepreneurship businesses, discuss controversial topics, and also be able to share the voice of residents that might not normally have access without a place like BronxNet.
The ability to have my show during this time is helpful because I can stay connected with my friends, still interview people, and share my content.
Welcome back, my beautiful people. How are you? I'm the Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS. You are watching Open. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Our next guest is a puppeteer at the Swedish Cottage and is a children's book author. She joins us to speak about her book, The Dandelion's Wish. So please welcome to the show, Fatima Sambo Schoenfelder. Welcome.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for having me here today.
So how did you become a puppeteer? I mean, what does it take? You have a curtain there and you get behind it and you put something up there like that? That probably a whole lot more to it than that, but that's what the average person sees. Like
There's a lot to it.
Yeah.
My journey started in 2016.
Yeah.
Actually, it started in 2015. I saw an advert for puppeteers. I wanted to do something with the city. I still wanted to keep my artistic chops going.
Yeah.
So I found a job placement through New York City Parks and Recreation for puppeteer. And I was like, whoa, what's that all about? That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
And so I went to the audition, which I didn't know was an audition. I thought it was just an interview. So
But did
I
you
go
know what
into
it was
this
about?
audition.
Did you know what
Well,
puppeteering?
the job description did mention that it's puppeteering and from marionette puppetry, which I had no sort of experience for whatsoever. But
Started from the bottom,
but
now we're here.
for
Yeah.
real. But I've always been involved in the arts. I went
Yes.
to Music and Art High School. I went to the Fashion Institute of Technology, Parsons School of
Oh,
Design. So I've always had art in my world. Museum educator at the Bronx Museum.
right.
Just, if it's art and children, then put
Oh,
me
yeah.
there, you know? So I went in on November 2015 on a stormy day, similar to this. And I got lost. I got lost in Central Park. I didn't know where I was going. There's a section called the Ramble, which I totally got lost in.
Yeah.
And it was like a fairy tale. The cottage just kind of like peeked through all of the leaves and foliage. And there I was at their door in the rain. So
Wow.
Mr. Bruce Cannon, who is the artistic director of the
Uh-huh.
Swedish Cottage, he so kindly told me to like come in, and
Come in out of
he
the rain, young
literally,
lady.
yes, come in out of the rain, and he literally gave me a crash course on
Yeah.
how to manipulate a puppet, a marionette puppet. And I had like 10 minutes to do this before I had to perform it in
Oh,
front of an audience of 3 who were, auditioning me. And again, I didn't know it was going to be an audition. And I should have thought it, because it's like, how else do you get the job as a puppeteer? I just thought it was going to be an interview. But I went in,
uh-huh.
I manipulated whatever I could with this puppet, and January 2016, I started working there.
Yeah, you said, I got this. I got this.
I got
And
this.
it just
So
went,
you know what it
you had
was?
like a little flow, right? And you
Yeah,
got through
it's
it.
like I never really worked with a marionette, not a professional marionette.
Uh-huh.
And I just felt so good about going into this interview / audition. I even had to sing a song. I was like, oh, okay. So I felt really good. And I even said to myself, if I don't get it, it's all good, because I put all of my good energy into that space.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just felt like whatever the outcome was going to be, it was going to be all right.
Yeah.
And so I got the gig.
Yeah.
And
You
I've
put
been
it in
there
your mind,
since
say, I got
2016.
this. I got
Yeah,
this.
I got this.
Whatever God
You know?
wants, this is what it's going to be.
The funny thing is that when I told my mom and my husband that I was going to do this, they were like, yeah, sure, you got this. Knowing that I've never touched a puppet like that before. But they were like, you got this. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah,
So I had that support system to say, hey, go
Yeah.
for it.
Well, what do you tell other people who want to do what you do? That mindset to go in there. You're going in for an interview, or you're going in to audition for something. How do you conduct yourself?
You got to have fun. You got to realize that it's not the end of the world. You got to realize that, if that doesn't come through for you, that there are other opportunities. And everybody has their part. We're all of service,
Yeah.
and we all have our parts to play. And just because you didn't get that particular part doesn't mean that there isn't something out there for you.
Yeah. And now,
So just keep on going.
keep on going, keep it moving,
Yeah.
because
Keep
you
it
never
moving.
stop. I mean, if you get turned down, that doesn't mean it's the end. You just got to keep moving.
Mm-mm.
Like,
Just
we
gotta keep
fall
moving.
down, but we get up. Like
Exactly.
that. So
Yep.
now we have something called the Dandelion's Wish. Tell us about it.
Yes. So this is my book, The Dandelion's Wish. And it's a story about a dandelion that's stuck in the ground and wants to travel the world.
There it is, right
But
there.
he doesn't really know how.
Yeah.
So he comes across, or at least a child comes across this dandelion and helps him succeed with his dream. And it takes him all around the world. And, we always wish upon the dandelion for ourselves in a selfish way. But the dandelion needs to have a wish of its own, too.
Yeah.
So,
But is that a metaphor? The dandelion gets stuck in the ground, but he wants to travel?
yeah, I mean, people find ways to think that where they are isn't the place for them,
Ah,
like the grass is always greener on the other side. And so he travels, he goes around the world, and then he comes back home and realizes that, this place isn't that bad after all,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And it's okay to explore and experience and to grow and to receive. But, wherever you are is home. Wherever you go, there you are.
That's right. Woo. Parents proud
Yeah.
of you, very proud of you, right?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. My mom and dad, they're in Ghana right now.
All right.
And yeah, they've semi-retired. So, I brought them a copy of the book. And the cool thing about it is that I was able to go to a library in Ghana just last week, literally, and a school. And I got the chance to read the book to the
Oh my
students. And it
God.
was just amazing,
Yeah.
because it's a story that transcends language and it's just a diverse story.
Yeah.
And people of all ages can really relate. People want to be something else, but you are good as what you are.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
great. Are you going back to Ghana to visit?
Well, I just got back last week, so I'm hoping I can go back again sometime in 2024 if my son will allow it.
Yeah. I know you're a
He's
beautiful
like, Mommy,
queen
I'll go
over
back.
there, and your parents are king and
I
queen.
it's so my parents,
I
they
mean, you're a
came to this
beautiful queen
country
here
in
too.
thank you.
Yes.
But my parents came to this country in '73 with pretty much no money, no family, no connections. And when I went home just, a week or two ago, it was great to be in a space of community. Literally walking down the street and there's a cousin. And then I walk down the street and I'm at like another cousin's house.
Yeah.
And it was just really beautiful to have that sort of um, family, that sort of connection. And
Yeah.
because I didn't really, well, Rahman can
Fatima,
also
we have to
agree
we
to
have to
this
go down
too.
there with you. We have to go back home with
Yes,
you.
yes,
Yeah.
you must come. You
Yes.
must come.
Where can we get
Yes.
all your information? Website, social media? Give it to us.
Yes, so you can find me on Instagram at, let me see this, Skylark Arts Stew. I don't know if you could see this. It's kind of blurry,
Yeah. Hold it
but
back just a little bit. Yeah, right there. Okay.
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. So if you hit up any of those QR codes, the first one will get you to Amazon for a paperback version of the book
Okay.
and Kindle. The second one will be the Instagram page,
Get
and
your
the third
camera.
one will be a hard, yes.
All right, get the
And the
camera. Get the
third one
camera
will
off the
be a
kitchen
hard,
table. Get the camera off the kitchen table. Grab this real quick. Well, put it up one more time. One more time. Put it up one more time. There you go.
okay.
Grab it. Grab
And
it.
then the
Grab it.
third one would be a hardcover on Barnes and Noble.
Beautiful. Listen, thanks for
Yes.
joining us. And when you go back to West
Thank you
Africa,
so much.
yeah, Ghana, let us know.
Will do.
You got
Thank
it.
you very much.
Tell mom and dad we said
All right.
hello, all the way from the Bronx.
Thank you.
All right.
I
Thank
will.
you so much.
Woo-hoo.
Fatima Sambo Schoenfelder. She's an author, and she has the Dandelion's Wish, children's book author. Thank you so much. We love you.
Thank you. Thank you
All right.
very much.
We'll take a break. I've got more open coming up next.
Thank
right.
you, Bronx Ned. Congratulations
What are we
on
coming
30
to?
years. What an amazing accomplishment. On behalf of myself, Alina Dow, and I represent the Dow Twins and the Dow Twins Show, who are young producers. They started, I think, when they were 11, and now they're 14. They started making 30-second little fun facts, and now they are doing 30-minute shows. And it goes to a testament of how much you guys do in the Bronx to make young people want to continue to be involved. I wish you 30 more amazing years and beyond. Thank you for what you do.
And welcome back. You know, our next guest is a pastor, and he served 25 years in the state judicial system as the Arkansas State's trial and appellate judge. He joins us today to speak about his role as one of the 900 black Christian faith leaders calling for a ceasefire in Gaza, and to highlight how his latest book, Parables, Politics, and Prophetic Faith, relates to what's taking place in Gaza. So please welcome to the show the Reverend Wendell Griffen. Reverend, welcome.
Good morning, Dr. Bob. How are you?
Good, good. Now, you're a pastor. Tell us where it is, the name of the church and everything.
Thank you very much. I am in Little Rock, Arkansas, and I serve as pastor of New Millennium Church, which is an inclusive, organized Baptist, but we don't have Baptist in the name, church that we organized in 2009. We are interracial, we are welcoming and affirming, and we call ourselves unapologetic prophetic followers of Jesus.
Yes, beautiful. And you're a judge out there, right? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I spent 25 years as a trial and appellate court judge, spent 13 years as a judge on the Arkansas Court of Appeals. Yeah. And I spent 12 years as a circuit judge, a trial judge, handling civil and criminal cases, and retired at the end of December last year.
Yeah, and you know, there are a lot of things going on in the world, and of course, a lot of people want to do things about it, and a lot of people are on the side of peace. And you're one of the 900 black Christian faith leaders calling for a ceasefire in Gaza. What can you tell us about this effort, and what is required to achieve this? What do we have to do? What do people have to do?
Thank you for asking that question. And Dr. Bob, thank you very much for letting me on your program so we can talk about the interconnection or the intersection of peace, justice, and faith. I was glad that some wonderfully prophetic people, led by my colleague, Reverend Pastor Michael McBride from Live Free, and black Christians, faith leaders in Palestine, for calling for peace in Palestine. I've got the New York Times article in my home study. Asked us to get together and sign off on this because we were calling for a ceasefire weeks ago.
Yeah,
we are literally, Dr. Bob, watching genocide on live stream. We are watching. People are singing "Little Town of Bethlehem." And Bethlehem is not merry this year, and Gaza is not having a joyful Christmas. And we're watching this. One of the oldest Christian churches in the world, dating back to 4th century BC, 4th century CE, was bombed by the Israelis weeks ago. And so we've had hospitals, mosques, schools, refugee centers, doctors, ambulances, journalists, babies. I just became a grandfather, Dr. Bob, last weekend. And I held my granddaughter in my hands and thought of parents who had children my granddaughter's age bombed to death in the last week.
Yeah.
And so I really think about these things and worry how this faith situation we have can connect with these issues. It's important that we talk about it.
Yeah.
And we talk about it in my book, Parables, Politics, and Prophetic Faith.
Yeah. How can we bring people together? Because it's kind of getting out of hand. How can we bring people together? I'm on the side of peace, love, happiness, and reconciliation. How can we do this? Is it in your book? Is there a piece in the book where it is written that we can come together in harmony as Jesus would, as God would? He would want people to come together and live in harmony.
Yeah. And that's the great issue, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the great issue, because we are talking about the age-old question of our times. How can we be people who say we love God and act hateful toward one another? And how can we love one another and accept the fact that we have the same kind of rights to life, even though we're different in various ways. I think that that kind of conversation is essentially a faith and justice issue, Dr. Bob, that has to require what I call prophetic citizenship. We have to be prophetic activism. We're all familiar with the notion of political citizenship, but we got to have prophetic faith. We got to have a kind of faith that says, okay, I see the darkness, I see the hatred, I see the bitterness, I see the genocide, but do I see the humanity in the very people who are acting unkindly, unseemly, or in fact hatefully? And can I let my humanity show and not let it be overcome by the hatefulness of others?
So where do we go from here with the faith leaders? Do we go to Congress? What are the next steps?
Faith leaders are doing, first of all, the important thing of going to the Biden administration. We got to remember that the Biden administration can actually impose a ceasefire because last week and 2 weeks ago, we cast vetoes. Our United States cast vetoes against humanitarian ceasefire. And that's terrible. That's terrible for me as a faith leader and as a person who spent his entire public life, adulthood, in public policy. How can we call ourselves leaders of democracy and peace and justice and actually oppose ceasefire in the holiest time of the year? So we've got to call on the Biden administration. And that's something that all of us must do. Faith leaders, neighborhood leaders must say to our elected officials, call the president, call our members of Congress and say, this killing must stop. And the only way you stop a war is stop shooting at each other, stop bombing each other. You cannot bomb your way to peace. It's sort of like saying, I'm going to stop arson by giving gasoline to arsonists. You just can't do it.
Rev, let me go back to your book, Parables, Politics, and Prophetic Faith. What can people learn from reading this book?
First of all, about the interconnection of faith and justice. That everything we see in our public policy lives has faith implications, and everything about our faith ought to inform our notions of public policy so that we are becoming a more just, a more loving, more inclusive, and more grace-filled people. I mean, if I could impart anything to the audience of Open, is we must be people who understand that loving one's neighbor is good government. Whether you're talking about domestic policy or global policy. And doing good in the best sense of being faithful and righteous is not only good government, it is the only good religion.
Reverend, thank you so much for coming on the show. You're always welcome back. Reverend Wendell Griffen, pastor and author, Parables, Politics, and Prophetic Faith. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having me come on, and God bless you and the work you're doing on Bronx Next. You're doing a good job, brother, and I'm following you, okay?
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back. We've got some more Open coming up next.
BronxNet is a wonderful place because it inspires people that want to consider a career in film and television. It's a way to come, learn, it's cost effective, and it's a way to actualize your dreams.
Yeah, welcome back. Welcome back. Hey, our last guest is a singer, songwriter, and she sings and she does her thing. She joins us to speak about her recent project and her latest album, too. Yeah, she's putting it out there, one of which was featured in the Christmas film, Christmas Angel, and so much more. So please welcome to the show, Tiana Yanni. Tiana, welcome.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Now you're checking in all the way from where?
From Memphis, Tennessee.
All the way from Memphis, Tennessee. All right. And you do a lot of great work out there. Tell us about some of the things around you, and do you visit the clubs? How do you keep yourself active?
So I am also a nurse, and a mom. So a lot of my time is definitely with my babies and with my patients.
Uh-huh. Wait,
And of course,
you said a nurse and a mom.
yes,
How old are the children?
I have a 4-year-old and my baby just turned 1.
Oh, congratulations. God bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
So you're just taking care of people and children, huh?
Yes.
And taking care of that voice, that instrument.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Where tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get into nursing and singing and putting all these things together to make it work for you?
Yeah, so I started singing at around age 7. I started songwriting, playing piano around the age of 12.
Uh-huh.
So that's when I really got serious, performing in front of the mirror with my microphone stand, performing for the entire house.
Yeah, yeah. So how did you come from the mirror to performing in front of people? Well, so you were doing the mirror thing, and then maybe Thanksgiving came or Christmas, where everybody got, everybody has come together and gathered. You said, let Yanni sing some songs.
Yes, and I didn't wait until the holidays. You can have this performance any day.
Yeah. So how did you take it from there to the public? And was it frightening
Yes.
for you?
It was. My dad made me sing my first solo in church. So that was the first time I performed in front of people. After that, school talent shows, etc. So um, I've been singing and songwriting for a long time, but this opportunity presented itself for the movie, and I had a couple of songs that I could submit to them. And thankfully, my songs were chosen along with a lot of great artists for this movie.
Well, tell us about that movie.
Yeah, so the movie is called Christmas Angel. It's streaming on BT Plus and
Uh-huh.
Paramount. I'm starring Danny Lay, Sky Black, Romeo Miller. And it is such a feel-good family movie, and it definitely represents the true meaning of Christmas
Uh-huh.
and just love overall.
Yeah.
Um, so definitely stream this movie. It's amazing. The music on the movie is wonderful.
Because it was you. Did you write a lot of it on there?
I wrote 2 songs on this movie,
All right.
along with my producer, Al Spears, also from Memphis, Tennessee.
Well, it's always good to put the pen to the paper because you get the credits for that, right?
Yes.
And the singing and songwriting. What can you tell us about some of the people who inspired you to get where you are today?
Yeah, so my mom and dad have definitely been an inspiration for me.
Uh-huh.
They've been so supportive, and I also have a team of friends also that always help me remember my why I started, because I'm a nurse, so I had to pursue that, but also not forget that I love to sing, I love to songwrite, and I don't want to give up on my dreams. And that's part of my message. You can be a career woman,
Uh-huh.
be a career man, whatever, and pursue your dreams. You don't have to give up just because life is lifing.
Yeah. Do you sing? They said music soothes and heals. Do you sing to some of your patients?
I actually haven't sang to my patients, but I do volunteer at the nursing homes and sing around Christmas time.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So some of the people, how would you describe your music, and who are some of the people that inspired you in the music business?
Yes, so of course, the queen to me, Whitney Houston, she she definitely inspired me. Yolanda Adams was the first CD that my
Ooh.
dad bought me, and she has played a very instrumental role
Oh,
in singing and her CD made me fall in love with songs that matter, that music that moves, you know.
Yeah.
So that is one thing that you will hear from my music. Also, today's artists like her, Brandy, I love them so
What? All right
much.
now.
So
All
yeah.
right now. So, are you in the R&B genre?
I actually consider myself multi-genre. My core is gospel, of
Yeah,
course,
yeah.
and I love R&B. I love some country music also. I love
Look at
pop.
this.
So I want my album to be a mixture of all the genres that I like, and I don't want to be put in one box.
I got it. I got it. Can you touch us just with a little snippet of one of your
Yes.
favorites?
Yes. So I'll sing part of Christmas with You, which is featured on this movie. Okay. So the first verse of this song was written for my husband, and the second verse was written for my son. So
Oh.
I'm gonna go over the first verse.
Uh-huh.
All right. I'm inspired and I admire your heart and your soul. Your strength is so strong. You make me stronger. You make me better. Like so much love when we're together. Every day it's like the first time. I still get butterflies. I'm still shy. I see my future in your eyes. Oh, baby, my dreams come true this year with you.
All right. Tiana's in the house. There you go. Now, they knew that you sang that for them, right?
Yes. Yes, my 4-year-old is like, Mommy, can I hear my song? Yes.
She claimed it, right?
He did. And Dad is like, you got to share this song with me.
Yeah,
Mommy
yeah.
sang this song to me too.
So we can pick up your album. We can see the film and all of that stuff. Do you have it on your website or in social media? Or?
Yes, so be sure to follow me on TikTok at Tiana Yanni, on Instagram at Tiana Yanni, and on Facebook at Tiana Yanni also.
Beautiful.
Yes, and you can stream all of these songs on all streaming platforms.
There you go. Tiana Yanni, recording artist, singer, and songwriter. Thank you for coming on, and come on again.
Thank you.
All right?
I would love to.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Happy
God bless.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all that other stuff. Thank you, thank you,
Yes,
thank
same
you.
to you and your team. Thank you.
All right. I want to thank our guests for joining us. I hate when, like, we have to go. I can't use the word hate, but I just like when the show is over so fast. It's funny how time flies when you're having fun. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking it out. Thank you for letting me share in this space and time with you. Always remember this: what you are is God's gift to you. What you make of yourself is your gift to God. So choose your choice and let the choice control the choose. And remember, whether you say you can or you can't, either way, you are right. So say you can, and you will. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee, and I'll catch you another day, another way, and I'll see you over 107.5 WBLS. I love you all.